most of today. Clouds by late this afternoon. They're talking about some rain tonight. The forecast coming up. President Trump says he's withdrawing his endorsement for one of his most steadfast backers in Congress in a Truth Social post. Late last night, the president says he no longer supports Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, calling her, quote, a ranting lunatic.
There is still growing pushback inside the president's own party. Speaking to CBS Mornings, Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene said the president has made a mistake opposing the release of the full Epstein case files.
Just being very honest with you, it's something that I don't understand. I think it's a huge miscalculation. And I truly just stand with the women, and I think they deserve to be the ones that we're fighting for.
Scott McFarland reporting the president has denied any knowledge of sexual abuse by Jeffrey Epstein. There was a winner in last night's Mega Millions jackpot drawing worth almost $1 billion. That ticket was bought in Georgia. As weight loss drugs like Wegovy and Ozempic become more popular, scientists are now worried about the repercussions they can have on our muscles, but a new study showing the impact can be reversed.
Scientists took young, fit men, cut their calorie intake by 78%, but kept them on a moderate 90-minute exercise routine. What did they find?
While you're losing weight, if you keep exercising, your body is able to preserve at least some of that muscle.
That's sports expert Jose Areta at Liverpool's John Moores University. It's not the size of muscle that mattered, but the quality of the protein in the muscle. The more exercise, the faster the proteins were created.
The muscle keeps adapting if there's an exercise stimulus.
And Areta urges those on weight loss drugs that the key is exercise. Brad Gibson for CBS News.
There's proof plenty of people are still interested in good old-fashioned family fun.
Hi, Emma.
Erica Goldstein was recording as her four sons, ages 7, 8, 9, and 12, jumped on the bed just after their bright-eyed little sister woke up.
I got a mohawk. Is that her new haircut?
1-year-old so cute, they couldn't resist.
Take it, guys. What?
One of the boys scooped Emma up in his arms as the others followed into the next room for playtime. Erica posted the footage to TikTok. It's racked up more than 60 million views. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Newest entrance to the global rap scene, old people in a British nursing home.
My name is Tony.
This is the rap recorded by residents of the Old Vicarage Nursing Home in Bakewell, Northern England. 85-year-old Tony tots off his history of ailments.
Car crash, cancer, broken spine.
AI has Samurai Tony knocking Godzilla off his perch. 86-year-old Margaret sits robed on her AI throne, warning,
There ain't no doors will mess with me. I'll knock you out.
the staffer who made the film says making it was just one more way to build and celebrate community and celebrate these seniors' scrappy hold on life. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
WTIC weather.
Let's get the forecast. Here's meteorologist LaTroy Thornton.
Look for today to bring more and more clouds as the day progresses, with a high eventually getting up to 46 as the next storm approaches from the south and west. And that storm brings breezy conditions for tonight, even some rain, especially for the evening hours. That rain tapers off after midnight, and it won't be as cold later at night, with an evening low of 38, giving way to temperatures rising into and through the mid-40s by later at night. And that sets up for a rather gusty day for tomorrow, with plenty of clouds remaining in place. Those gusts may exceed 40 miles per hour at times, with a high of 53. Then colder air arrives for tomorrow night under a generally clear sky. Expect breezy conditions to take the low down to 33, leading into a windy and cooler start to the new week on Monday, with some sun at times and a high of 42. Tuesday brings less and less wind through the day. Another day of partial sunshine and a high of 44. But more sunshine finally returns for Wednesday. It's looking like a cool but really not that bad day overall, high 48. This is meteorologist LaTroy Thornton in the WTIC Weather Center.
NBA scores last night. Knicks over the Heat 140-132. Orlando beating the Nets 105-98. Today the Celtics host the Clippers and Nets host the Wizards. NHL action, Islanders over Utah 3-2 in overtime. Later today, Bruins and Canadiens, Devils and Capitals, Rangers taking on Columbus. UConn's men's basketball hosting BYU. Lady Huskies host Ohio State tomorrow. NFL action Sunday, Giants host the Packers. Computer Talk with Tab next. 35 degrees, sunny in Hartford. I'm Bob Brown, WTIC 1080 News.
It's time to shape what's next for Connecticut. Join innovators, business leaders, and changemakers for shaping Connecticut's future. November 19th at the Loading Dock in Stamford. The future isn't waiting. Register at shapingctsfuture.com.
Ground level storage containers, road trailers, or mobile offices. Don't get stressed, get Eagle. Just call Eagle Leasing at 1-800-GET-EAGLE or get a quote at eagleleasing.com. I'm Brandon Eagle. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Facilities managers, it's time to think inside the box. Storage trailers and ground level storage containers from Eagle Leasing are the way to go. I'm Mike Eagle. Call 1-800-GET-EAGLE or visit us at eagleleasing.com. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
If you're in business, you've most likely heard the phrase customer retention. Providing superior service to retain great customers like DTEC Service in Cromwell is a priority at Tab Computer Systems.
Years ago, we were using another managed service provider for our IT support, and we weren't happy with their performance.
That's DTEC's Todd Vigorito. He explains how he became a Tab customer.
I was familiar with Eric from his radio show, Computer Talk with Tab, and decided to give him a call and see what they could offer us. We've been together ever since then.
What does Tab offer that keeps Todd and DTEC a satisfied customer?
Tab offers everything that we need and always comes through, whether it's new hardware or updates to software. They're always there to take care of it.
Dedication to customer service. Just another reason to call Tab Computer Systems today. 1-888-TAB-4-HELP. 1-888-TAB-4-HELP. Or visit tabinc.com. Technology's advancing business. Tab Computer Systems.
This is WTIC's Computer Talk with Tab, hosted by Eric Semmel and Dennis Halnon of Tab Computer Systems. Interact with Eric and Dennis by phone at 860-522-9842 or email them in the studio at gethelp@tabinc.com. Get help anytime at computertalkwithtab.com. Now, here are Eric and Dennis on WTIC News Talk 1080.
And good morning. This is Computer Talk with Tab. I'm Eric.
And I'm Dennis.
And we're going to be here until 11 o'clock this morning. And here to help you out with your computer problems, comments, questions, and concerns. If you're making those dump runs after you rake the yard, tune us in. Make sure you use 96.5 HD2 if you want to hear us in full regalia of our geek voices.
Such as it is.
Yeah, such as it is. So we're excited to be here for you guys. You guys always make it interesting for us with your questions, and we appreciate that. So feel free to get online. 860-522-9842 is the number. We also have a guest coming in at 10:05. Margarita Bassi from Popular Science had an article that I found interesting. And it's basically about AI videos of animals, how they could be dangerous. And basically, researchers are saying it can distort your connection to wildlife, these AI videos. And I was like, okay, let's see what Margarita has to say about this. Yeah. So she'll be coming in at 10:05. And we used to have Popular Science on the show often. They did a segment way back.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
In the Gold Building. And frankly, I can't even remember who the guy was who came on. But there was a regular visit from Popular Science, and they would kind of give us some updates of what was going on. So it was nice to have Popular Science back on again. So we will see what Margarita's got cooking out there with the dangerous AI videos. But as usual and customary, we have other news you can use. And you have anything you want to talk about?
I do. Matter of fact, this is kind of a follow-up on something that we've discussed before.
Yeah.
Because this has been a thing for several months, maybe a year, where people are getting texts and occasionally emails, but mostly this is a text thing on your phones, where Easy Pass or the postal Easy Pass will tell you have to pay, a toll.
Yeah.
Or the postal service will have to ask you how to deliver something that they can't deliver or something like that.
Yep.
And it's been an ongoing campaign for a while. Well, Google...
The bad guys are doing this, not Easy Pass. It's not the postal service.
Easy Pass does not text you for tolls.
Right. They're not going to revoke your license.
Right. None of that stuff's going to happen.
No.
At any rate, Google has figured out at least something about a particular phishing service where you can sign up with them. If you are a hacker, you can buy into their service to then launch your own, smishing campaign, which is what this is.
Yep.
And they get
you
a cut
too
of
can
that.
be a criminal.
Right. It's kind of what they call the script kiddie effect, where you get a tool from somebody else and you just, launch it on your own equipment. Right. Now, Google has found out something about them, and they've actually started suing people over it.
Good.
And hopefully that's going to get somewhere. I'm not sure that any of these people will ever physically get dragged into court. But once you have a court proceeding about something, that opens the door for a lot of action, including seizure of equipment.
Good.
Legal information discovery. And hopefully we can disrupt that whole operation, because we've gotten calls about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a thing for quite a while.
People are putting money into crypto machines constantly through all sorts of dumb, unbelievable schemes that people fall for. And again, it goes back to the AI videos that we're talking about too, as far as how it can mess with your reality. People are so easily manipulated. Now, Dennis and I fell for one too. It was I admit it, Facebook Marketplace. I put some stupid thing out there, and the person responded back. We were going to some sort of appointment or something like that, and I responded to, hey, you make sure you give me the code. Or I'm like, give you the code? I'd never done anything in Facebook Marketplace before, and they tricked me into giving the code so they could take my Google
Voice
number,
Google
so they
Voice?
could then
Yeah.
steal other people's stuff trying to use my Google Voice number, right?
Oh, man.
So I was a victim of that too. It didn't cost me anything, but I can see how people can be impacted. But we have to be much more cynical these days, and our laws, hint, hint, have to be more.
They have to catch up with the times.
Right. I mean, we still have issues with laws that go back to just regular things in the real world, let alone cyber. But if there's a script kiddie out there ripping people off to the tunes of thousands and thousands of dollars, lock them up.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a citizen, happily pay that tax to put that guy away or gal away.
Yeah, and if you can take down the phishing software campaign that's behind all of that,
Even better.
So much the better, yeah.
But, I don't know. Our lawmakers, I don't know what they're doing out there. In other news, this is a brand new thing from our friends over at Apple, which I'm sure is coming to a Google Wallet near you. The new iPhone feature could possibly make wallets obsolete. Millions of Apple users now can use their devices to replace passports, driver's licenses, state IDs, of course, credit cards, right? You can put that's been long the case, but it's kind of new that you can, I think it's like 12 states that accept it, even here in Connecticut, I think they do. You can actually scan in your license into your your Apple Wallet and or your passport and go through TSA.
Whoa.
Yeah. 250 airports will accept it. And so this makes good sense to me. I would hate to have to carry a wallet. I'm sick and tired of carrying around a wallet. I mean, it's not like George. I mean, you've seen George's wallet, right? That thing was like a... Remember George Costanza?
Yeah.
And he had back issues. Of course he did. I would love to get rid of my wallet. And this makes good sense to me that you'd be able to put your digital ID into your phone, right? But the drawback, of course, is now you're really connecting your person with your phone and where you're going, right? So now you're moving around the planet and you're really checking in and saying, this is me. I'm walking. This is Eric going from point A to point B to point A to point B, and you know it's me because it's my digital ID.
Because your digital ID is right there in the phone.
Right. So there's going to be some issues with this. The UK is already forcing digital IDs on people to even work.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's going to be that's a very dystopian thing going on there. So we'll see what happens with that. This is just a step toward convenience, they say. But I think eventually we're going to have a digital ID system here in the States, whether we like it or not. We probably won't like it. And then, of course, if it's connected to your social profile, like the Chinese have done, and Dennis, if you've done something against the EULA of America, guess what? No ice cream for you, Dennis, if you want to go buy some ice cream. Sorry, Dennis, you've had your fill. Your social points system has been revoked because you sped 5 miles faster than an hour than you should have on the highway, and we are taking away 5 points of ice cream credit. Sorry, no ice cream for you. I mean, that's kind of craziness, but just give these people an inch, they'll take a mile. And I understand the idea of digital ID. It'd be nice to make sure you have all your stuff in one place. Dennis is who he says he is. It'll help to confirm things like age verification, right? To get on websites. I can see the benefit.
There you go.
And that's what the UK is using as the reasoning, right? They're trying to do it for the children. But again, somehow ESPN and Disney figured out how to not have us have access to those channels. No problemo.
Right. But now we do.
Oh, yeah, isn't that nice?
Because they flipped the switch again.
Yeah, they worked it out. But I'll put this as another Popular Science article talking about this. But it's a pretty brand new thing about these these the ability to put your digital IDs now on your Apple iPhone, and eventually I'm sure it's coming to a Google Wallet near you, which would be handy dandy, and I wouldn't have to carry a wallet anymore, which would be fine, except for cash, which who uses cash anymore? The government would like you to use digital currency too, so they know exactly, Dennis, what you're doing and when you're doing it and who you're doing it with.
Whoa.
You know that's the reason.
Whoa.
Yeah, come on. Cash and anonymity. They can't have that. So we're going to be here until 11 o'clock. Feel free to get online. John is on the line with us. 3 lines open for you. 860-522-9842 is the number. This is Computer Talk with Tab. We'll be right back.
Hi, Dave Berger from Modern Plumbing Supply. Don't look now, but the holidays are just moments away, and you don't want to be caught telling your guests, don't look. No need to panic. Stop in today to our beautiful showroom and see how we can help you transform your kitchen and bath into a beautiful showplace for your guests. And listen to them say they can't stop looking. Modern Plumbing Supply, showroom on the Berlin Turnpike in Berlin.
Great design with you in mind. Modern Plumbing Supply.
Hi, I'm Jerry Puya from Between Rounds Bakery Sandwich Cafe. For over 35 years, my brother Joe and I have been fortunate to have the communities we serve support us. We want to give back to those communities. We are partnering with Connecticut Food Share to reduce food insecurity here in Connecticut. For every Becca breakfast sandwich we sell, Between Rounds will donate 50 cents to Connecticut Food Share. The Between Rounds Becca is bacon, egg, cheese, Hellman's Chipotle mayo, and avocado served on a bagel, roll, wrap, or to make it exceptional, a croissant. If you come in groggy and order this sandwich, you will leave happy and enjoy the feeling of helping others. Order the Between Rounds Becca today. It will put you in a good mood. Between Rounds Bakery Sandwich Cafe in Vernon, Manchester, South Windsor, East Windsor, and Tolland. We'd love to see you. Visit BetweenRoundsBagels.com for franchise information and to order online.
Savory, flavory, bagel, deli, and bakery. Between Rounds. Between Rounds. Between Rounds. Between Rounds. Between Rounds.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Black Friday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Black Friday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
From the Carter Mario Injury Lawyer Studios, visit getcarter.com.
That's getcarter.com. This is Computer Talk.
And we are back. 2 lines open for you. Feel free to get online, 860-522-9842. And Carolyn's spinning up the No BS Brass. If you're curious about those guys, they're awesome. Let's go to your calls. We're going to go to John in Monroe next. What's happening, John?
Good morning.
Morning.
Something new has shown up in my taskbar. I'm used to seeing the little yellow circle saying software updates are available, and you pretty much have no choice but to install those or put it off for a certain time when it's convenient for you to install.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm seeing now, and this has been around for probably 3 weeks or so, a blue dot instead of the yellow dot with the 2 little circle arrows, and it says, get the latest features and security improvements with the newest feature update. What is this?
Okay. Here's the thing that people don't understand about Windows, or Windows 11, which is now the only current version.
Yep.
It comes in different flavors, and these flavors come through once a year. Okay? The current version, the latest current version of Windows 11 is actually 25H2.
Yeah.
And 25, of course, is the year that the featured update was released, and then H2 means it was released in the second half of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you've got 24H2 on your computer, which is a year old,
yeah,
That is what the blue dot is telling you to update.
Would it be yellow when it comes to the next date?
It'll be yellow if it's just security updates for 25H2.
Gotcha. So they've colored the updates.
They've color-coded Windows updating so that you can tell the difference. And to be honest with you, I don't know why they have to do that, but they do. But that's all that it means. It means that you've got your computer wants to install 25H2, and I would go ahead and do it at this point.
Okay, so just click on the blue dot and let that install.
Let it rip the way it wants to.
Okay, because what's interesting is about a week ago, the blue dot disappeared, the yellow dot showed up, and it was the usual security updates. They said, okay, they're going to just put everything on there.
Well,
so I let it update, and then 3 days later, the blue dot showed up. It didn't install that with the regular security update.
Well, what happened is, I'll tell you the chronology here. Your computer got the 25H2 update files. It downloaded them, and it stored them away, and it's ready to launch. And it showed you the blue dot.
Yep.
But then, after that, another Windows security update for 24H2, which is already on your computer, came through. And that takes precedence. It will install that before it installs 25H2.
Security before features, they say.
Correct. And honestly, that's the way it should work.
Yes.
Because what I've already got should be updated in preference to what I don't even have yet, at least in my book.
Yeah.
But that's why the colors changed.
Well, they could if they brought it right to the next level, the blue update. Then you would have already gotten the latest security features.
No, because the version of 25H2 that was on the computer and ready to go was not patched with the latest security update because another security update came out later.
That sounds like Microsoft. That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope all of this made sense.
Not really.
Okay, so basically, let it run. Click on the blue dot. And let it do its thing.
At this point, let the blue dot do what it wants.
Okay, because it's not forcing me to do it, whereas on the yellow ones, it forces you to do it.
It won't, because the 24H2 version of Windows 11 will still be supported officially for another year.
Yep.
They have each one of these feature updates has basically a 2-year window, and you're going to be okay. But at some point, you're going to want 25H2 to get on there, and I'm thinking right now, just go get it done, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, just do it.
All right. Well, I appreciate that.
All right, John.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. He's moving on with his updates. It's just so cuckoo.
It's all about the world of Microsoft.
Yeah, it's a crazy world. Let's go to Albert in Goshen next. What's happening, Albert?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
I have a new laptop I bought a couple of months ago, HP Omnibook, and recently I've been getting some what looks like spam pop-up messages, and I just kind of ignore them, but I don't know if there's a way to get rid of them.
Yeah.
They come in the bottom right of my screen. They say they're McAfee, but I don't believe it. Matter of fact, I have WebRoot on my computer anyway. I looked for if I had McAfee, and I went and uninstalled McAfee just to make sure, and they still pop up.
It's probably a website notification being shown by whatever browser you're using.
Right.
And the way to deal with that is to manage your notifications, and we can post an article about how to do that. And this article that I found, actually, we put it up last week because somebody called about a similar issue.
Oh, okay.
At any rate, this article covers all the different major browsers: Edge,
Mozilla,
Chrome, Firefox, Safari. If you got a Mac, it'll tell you how to manage those notifications.
Right.
But the bottom line is there's some website that is sending these notifications to you.
Right.
And all you got to do is just turn off the notification from that site.
It could be very legitimate. If you had McAfee on there originally, like the HP could have come with that version, that notification could have been built in to say, accepted as part of McAfee getting
right
on the HPA in
and
the
I
first
wonder
place.
I wonder if it was somehow pre-installed for that reason.
Yeah.
But whatever the case is, the solution is to go in and get rid of that notification so it doesn't bug you anymore.
Okay, I got a second question.
Sure.
I thought maybe it was related to this. I know you've said something about OpenDNS configuration. I found a link on your website.
Nice.
I think it's the right one. It says OpenDNS Setup Guide. Is that what I want?
That's the one.
Get yourself secure.
Well, when I try it, it doesn't work. I click the thing that says choose your device, and it says the connection for this site is not secure.
Yeah, here's the problem. Cisco, which owns OpenDNS, they changed their website.
Right.
We can no longer find that particular article, and it's just a recent development. What we're going to have to do is to come up with something else. We're going to have to write the procedure.
Or they'll come up with a new one eventually, I would think. You can still get to it even though it's not secure, right? Or they won't let you, or it's not there.
The article no longer exists.
Oh, the article's gone. Okay.
It is gone.
Lovely.
Poof.
And there's no alternative.
Not on their website.
That's weird.
Yeah. I actually had written something up, and I think we're going to try to get it on our website if we can get.
So I'm on the Cisco website. This is OpenDNS. You're saying that those links are broken, or they won't work for me?
Yeah, Cisco broke them. It sounds like. Just when you wanted to get secure, just when you sat down and said, "I'm going to do it," the information is not there.
I just wanted to make sure I was doing it right. So
Yeah.
It sounds like I was.
It does.
It's just not working.
Yep.
Okay.
We will try to find an alternative, or Dennis will post a little tutorial on how to configure it. It's really pretty simple.
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting into the router settings for your router and then telling it to distribute OpenDNS to all your devices. That's all there is to it.
In a nutshell.
Yep.
For IPv6 and IPv4.
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'll wait for that.
All right.
Back to your live links. I'm looking at your live links.
Al, we got to go.
You put something last week?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did, Al. Should be there for you, and we can put it again. But we got to go. Hard break at the bottom of the hour. But thank you for your call. We'll be right back.
Education from the best universities in the world. Experience more than 25 years. Address 12 locations throughout Connecticut. Communication skills. Speak more than 30 languages. Scope of practice. Complete multi-dental specialties. Awards and achievements. Innovative in-house digital lab. Interests. Making dental prosthesis in the same day. Hobby. Working 365 days a year. This is our resume. ColumbiaDental.com. Open 7 days a week. 860-645-0111.
Retirement should be about living, not worrying. At Retirement Income Source Scranton Financial Group, we build custom portfolios designed to generate steady income through interest and dividends, so your money works for you. Call us at 855-930-6293.
Investment advisory services offered by Sound Income Strategies, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisory firm. The Retirement Income Source and Sound Income Strategies are associated entities. Retirement Income Source with David Scranton is a paid program.
You have to run very fast to win the Manchester Road Race. The course record time is 21 minutes 4 seconds. It was set in 2022 by Olympian Connor Mance of Provo, Utah. Olympian Wayne Kalani of Flagstaff, Arizona, authored the women's course record of 22 minutes 55 seconds in 2021. Come join the world's fastest distance runners. Register now for the Manchester Road Race at manchesterroadrace.com. That's manchesterroadrace.com. The Manchester Road Race is a great local tradition, and WTIC News Talk 1080 is proud to be a partner. WTIC has been Connecticut's radio station for over 100 years, with local talk shows talking about the things affecting our state and nation. Mornings with Brian and Company, 5:30 till 9, and Reese on the radio, 2 till 6. Plus local news, weather, traffic, and sports. All on WTIC News Talk 1080. Because local radio is just better.
And now, a WTIC news update.
37 degrees, sunny skies in Hartford at 9:30. Good morning, I'm Bob Brown, WTIC 1080 News. Beginning today, the FAA and the Department of Transportation reducing the number of flights airlines will need to cut from 6% down to 3%. Trump administration removing some of the president's signature tariffs over concerns about affordability for Americans, tariffs being reduced on coffee, beef, and tropical fruits. 1/3 of six-figure earners in a new Harris poll say they're financially distressed. 2/3 say their six-figure pay is not a sign of wealth. Many of them say they're living paycheck to paycheck. After more than a 2-week blackout, Disney content will return to YouTube TV. Labor Department will release its numbers on September hiring and unemployment next Thursday. That's a month and a half late, marking the beginning of the end of a data drought caused by the 43-day federal government shutdown. Officials and community leaders in Charlotte, North Carolina, are opposing a pending federal immigration crackdown. They describe it as an invasion and urge residents to protest peacefully and record agents' actions from a distance.
WTIC weather.
Today brings more clouds through the day with a high reaching 46. Then the next storm arrives with breezy conditions tonight as steady rain for the evening tapers off after midnight. An evening low of 38 actually gives way to mid-40s by later at night. With a gusty day in store for tomorrow, expect plenty of clouds and a high of 53. Then more clearing sky for tomorrow night, and breezy conditions continue with a low of just 33. Then windy and cooler for Monday with some sunshine and a high of just 42. This is meteorologist LaTroy Thornton in the WTIC Weather Center.
Guns men's basketball hosting BYU. Lady Huskies host Ohio State tomorrow. 37 sunny in Hartford. Computer Talk with Tab continues next. I'm Bob Brown.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Manchester Road Race is back for the 89th running on Thanksgiving morning. This world-class event that attracts Olympians and families alike is one of the greatest sports traditions in Connecticut. You can register now at manchesterroadrace.com. And please keep in mind that net proceeds from this year's race will go to Connecticut Food Share and the Manchester Area Conference of Churches Charities to provide food to those in need. So if you don't register, the charities lose. Please register today at manchesterroadrace.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
And we are back. We're going to be here till 11 o'clock. Feel free to get online. 4 lines wide open for you. 860-522-9842 is the number. And we'll do our best to help you out with your computer problems, comments, questions, and concerns as we wait for your calls. Anything you want to bring up news-wise there, Dennis?
Yeah, we've this is also something we've talked about in the past, which is AI slop making it into the court system.
Oh, AI slop is everywhere these days.
Lazy attorneys use AI to generate briefs and pleadings and all kinds of other stuff.
Yep.
And as we all know, AI hallucinates.
Sure does.
Makes up things. It's just a mess. And the courts have been getting bogged down with this crap because lawyers keep using it, even though they know it doesn't always work right.
I'm guessing it's not the actual attorneys, but it's the paralegals that are working for them. And the attorneys aren't even reading the briefs.
Well, the attorneys are responsible for it. They're the ones that's handing it over. Now,
do you think it's a CPA that checks your taxes?
I saw a story here, and it's got a recap of a lot of the different excuses that the attorneys have used.
Oh, nice.
You know, when the court finally notices something's not right and says, "Hey, what the heck?"
The AI ate my homework.
Yeah, some of the excuses are, "I was hacked."
Really?
Oh yeah.
They did. They said they were hacked because their brief has got AI work slop on it.
Right, and then it was, I was just working out a rough draft.
They submitted a rough draft as a brief. Interesting. That doesn't seem like
as if
practice.
that's better than submitting AI slop in the first place.
They are practicing.
You know, at any rate, I just thought it was amusing, and this is a problem that it's bogging down the courts.
So yeah, we'll put the article up there. Besides that, was there any other excuses? Just those two?
Oh no, there's
like
more. I couldn't log in. Software is difficult to use. Oh yeah, I mean you
word
name
processor
it.
is difficult to use these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got burned by AI just yesterday.
Whoa.
Simple question. Client said, "Hey, can I use Teams Premium to schedule a reoccurring webinar?" Now, I don't know. First question I've ever had on Teams Premium and its ability to schedule a webinar, but it seemed logical that it could. I quickly went to the Googles and I asked the question, and the Googles came back and said absolutely.
Oh.
They did an AI summary saying, of course you could. Well, it turns out even one of our techs double-checked it.
Mm-hmm.
They thought the same thing. So they're ready to provision the Teams Premium for the client, and of course, the moment they try to do the scheduled reoccurring webinar, you can't do it. I was mad, right? I'm like, that's a simple question, and the answer I gave them was incorrect, which bothers me, considering the Google said it was correct. Now, here's what happens with this AI summarizing that's happening.
Okay.
Instead of sending me to the actual sites where the information is being gathered, it's that summary, right? And so what they're finding, I think Google is finding, people had workarounds for scheduling reoccurring webinars with Teams. They could have titled the whole thing, "How to Schedule a Reoccurring Webinar with Teams."
Right.
The Google says, oh, that means you can do it. It means there's a workaround to do it, but it doesn't mean you can do it natively.
Right.
So in the old days, literally like 8 months ago, when we weren't getting these stupid summaries, we would actually be sent to the site that had the information. You could read it and realize when you're in the site, oh, you can do it all right.
Right,
but
because
not
the result
natively.
you would go to would tell you that this is a workaround because you can't do it natively.
Right. So be careful with these summaries nowadays. I mean, they're not the summary you're getting may not be the truth. And then I went and asked Grok, because I was like, okay, clearly I'm going to say, Grok, was this deprecated? Did somehow Teams have this in the past? So Grok goes and crunches all the numbers. I've got, all sorts of water being consumed in Virginia somewhere, and the power's going down, and they have to turn on the nukes to get the question answered. And Grok rips through all this information and says, nope, it doesn't have the ability to schedule reoccurring webinars. And then I asked it when it was deprecated, it said never had the ability.
Well, yeah, but remember, you're asking a different question than you were the first time.
Correct, because now I have the answer.
And in both cases, what the AI did was try to make you happy.
That is true. I wonder what the
that is what AI does.
It's a sycophant.
And that is why the attorneys are getting AI slop when they draw up their briefings. It's why you're being told that features that don't exist do.
Right.
And that's why Grok was able to admit that it was deprecated, because the way you asked the question
wasn't deprecated.
Left the door open for that being the answer, and it gave that to you.
That's true.
See?
Yeah. When was it? And it wasn't. So you're right. I could have asked it in a different way, and Grok could have told me this is how you do it.
Why would you?
I know.
Yeah, I know you could have, but why would you have to go to those lengths in order to get an accurate answer?
Right. So
isn't the whole premise of it that you're supposed to get the answer to your question one time, asked one time?
You would think. Yeah. So AI work slop is becoming a problem. I've talked to other folks in big corporations whose people are just using it for emails that literally don't make any. I mean, we've got plenty of folks in places that we work that have the TLDR, right? Too long did not read, because they just like to type and type and type and type and type. But in these cases, they're letting AI do it, and it doesn't even make sense now. I mean, it's like it is work slop. So I don't know. We're watching Michael Bussey talk about how he's betting $1 billion that AI is overhyped and it's a bubble. I was just on WFSB, a spot they did, and you're welcome to check it out. We'll put a link to that. AI is telling Facebook users that they're posting inappropriate child exploitation pictures, and they're turning off their accounts. So the AI is incorrectly targeting them. And then when they try to defend themselves and say, hey, it's not me, they have that little recourse link. Literally in 60 seconds, it says, nope, you're still banned. So they're even using AI to do that. So if Facebook's AI can't correctly tell between someone posting, anything that would harm minors, and then the AI is so bad that it doesn't even bother to check. And we actually had a story last week where it was 95% scammy ads. It was knew it was 95% scammy. Only when it was 96 or up would it pull the ad.
Right.
What's going on? I mean, I would contend that the 95% scammy ads are that way because AI is too stupid to know if it's scammy or not. The more I think about it, it's really just too dumb to know what a scam is. Which is, again, beg the question, how many dollars are we chucking at AI if companies like Meta, I don't know, $1 trillion company, Dennis, it's getting up there.
Yeah, they're huge.
If they can't figure out how to do basic things, I don't know. And I can't ask a basic question. We have a long way to go, is my point.
Oh, very long way.
So far, I'm not worried about losing my job, but
No.
I can't even ask the questions anymore and get them right. We're going to be here till 11 o'clock, guys. 4 lines open for you, 860-522-9842. Have you been burned by work slop? I'd love to hear your work slop stories.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to know.
Oh, my goodness. They've got to be starting to get more and more prevalent, especially as the youths start using AI. The rest of us, Gen Xers and up, are probably using it a lot less to create content or emails for our fellow colleagues because we wouldn't do that to them. But I think the younger folks might be trying it, and are you seeing a lot of work slop come at you?
I don't see too much, but
no, you don't.
No,
we don't have time or
no. That's part of the problem for folks like us.
Yeah,
we're tied down with a lot of troubleshooting, and then sometimes proactive work, and we just don't come across AI documents too much.
And you wouldn't actually have AI generate a document because it's going to make mistakes.
Oh, yeah. You can't trust it.
I wonder, why don't we have Grok generate the OpenDNS instructions for a home router?
Wouldn't that be great?
We're going to do that after the break. Okay. We'll step out for a quick break, get to your calls. 860-522-9842 is the number. We'll be right back.
Caring makes all the difference. Experience the care at the Bradley Home and Pavilion, where community and caring go hand in hand. As you arrive, a newly remodeled and updated facility awaits you with all of the amenities to provide a place of comfort, security, and peace of mind. The Bradley Home and Pavilion is the place to thrive and have fun. While the space has changed, a commitment to the best quality of life remains the same. The Bradley Home and Pavilion, where community and caring go hand in hand. Experience the care at thebradleyhome.org.
New Englanders know a thing or two about making it through tough winters. And you'll find the perfect truck to stand up to them at your New England Ford dealer's year-end sales event. Bring home capability with F-150 or plow through deep snow with confidence in Super Duty. No wonder Ford F-Series are the best-selling trucks for 48 years. The time to buy is now, with offers that work hard for you, only from your New England Ford dealers.
The following is a paid commercial advertisement.
From the Wall Street Sweeper Money Desk, Russ Hackman is president of Hackman Wealth Partners and author of the book, Wall Street is Not Your Friend. Russ, how can we survive this rocky year that is 2025 with our finances intact?
Dave, it's about having the right plan that's built for a volatile future, one that can stand up to big market shocks, produce consistent cash flow, and maintain your sanity in the years ahead. Give us a call for a second opinion on your plan.
Second opinion, initial review, no cost, no obligation. again, 860-321-6800, 860-321-6800, 860-321-6800. Russ's book, Wall Street is Not Your Friend, is available on Amazon and at HackmanWealth.com.
Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Discussion of safe and secure products and guaranteed income streams refer only to fixed insurance products and are subject to the claims-paying ability of the insurance company.
The Wall Street Sweeper with Russ Hackman, Sunday mornings at 9:30 on WTIC News Talk 1080.
And we are back, and I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I asked Grok.
Okay.
I only like Grok because I just picture it as the Macho Man Randy Savage when it responds. I don't know why. But it responded in seconds and gave me all the instructions to configure OpenDNS with a Linksys router, a Netgear router, TP-Link, and it all looks correct to me. So this is the other benefit of having, artificial intelligence on your phone. Eventually, they're gonna charge you for it. It's not gonna be free forever, guys.
Right.
But these apps like Grok, Gemini, ChatGPT, I've got all of them on my device. I tend to go toward Grok, and I just asked the question: please generate the OpenDNS instructions for home router setup. I actually didn't even spell setup right. It auto-corrected to syrup, and it auto-corrected it. I didn't type that. It just auto-corrected it. And here we are. They did, I think you're talking about setup. Yeah, right. It wasn't syrup. And came up with the answer for us rather fast, and it gave the information for 4 different routers. So maybe you don't need the show anymore. Just use Grok.
Isn't that frightening?
Well, someday, Dennis, our cheese will get moved.
True.
But the technology is there. We double-checked the OpenDNS site. Those 4 links within the setup are broken. I gotta hope that they're gonna fix them. I mean, it does seem silly that they're broken.
Well, I think Cisco is in the process of transiting some of their websites around and moving them from one portal to another, and I think it's a casualty of that.
Gotcha.
Maybe their AI wasn't smart enough to keep up.
Maybe. Maybe. True intelligence is hard to find. So as we wait for your calls, we do have a guest coming in at 10 o'clock. Margarita Bassi will be talking from Popular Science about how AI videos of animals could be dangerous.
Ooh.
And there's an article about that and how we are getting fooled. Actually, one of the examples they gave, I didn't know it was fake. The bobcat being chased away by the house cat.
Right.
Okay. I just like you're doom scrolling and you're on your couch doom scrolling and you see that and you're like, oh wow, that's a pretty brave kitty. That's all I thought. And it might be dangerous for us to think wildlife works the way the AI generated thing is saying it does.
Right.
And we might become desensitized, or we might become overly sensitized, or we talked about the Summer of the Shark off the air here, but not before 9/11 happened, where basically everyone was being eaten by a shark, according to Matt Lauer and Katie Couric.
Yeah.
Every person was getting killed that summer by a shark. It was the Summer of the Shark, and then 9/11 happened, and we all realized, well, it must have been a slow news week. It turned out, though, that no additional people were being eaten by sharks than any other year. It was just the news media artificially putting out this information, which is, again, how this same, as far as I'm concerned, AI is going to do the same thing, just on a massive scale.
Right.
And very quickly. So we'll see what Margarita has to say about these AI videos and how it can really mess with our heads. I believe the kitty was chasing away the bobcat. I don't know.
Well, why wouldn't you? You're watching it. It's
I'm
right
watching
there.
it happen. Yeah,
right there on the screen.
Must be true. It looked real to me. So we'll talk with her. Anything you want to bring up, Dennis?
Yeah, we talked about AI disasters. How about another form of an AI disaster?
Yeah,
a company in Russia invented a humanoid robot.
Did they invent one or just copy us? Go ahead.
Well, it is Russian. So,
yeah,
well,
they're not going to generate anything new.
At any rate, this company came up with a humanoid robot. They were going to have a big public debut with press conference and presentation of the robot.
Yes.
Robot tries to take a step forward and bam, hits the deck.
Face plants. Actually, it was about to wave.
Right. And boom, down.
so funny to watch the guy pull the black curtain, and even that didn't go well. It's like you didn't just pay attention. You didn't see anything over there.
Yeah, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, wow, this is surreal. The guy couldn't even get the black curtain to cover the robot. It was all twisted up, and so even that was a debacle. And then you got Elon's robots, who are literally dancing like, what is it? Like it's I don't know, John Travolta out there. Those things are amazing. You've got US robot here in Boston or something like that, where they do the dogs and the robots that are doing the whole obstacle courses. This robot couldn't even wade before it face planted.
Boom.
So that was pretty embarrassing, if I do say so. Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh yeah. What I wanted to talk about was this. There's a company that had a cyber attack.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like every company.
Well, yeah.
These
I mean,
days.
it's too common.
Yeah.
But the CTO of the company, this is Checkout.com.
All right.
And they provide payment services, obviously, with a name like that. Now, the CTO, not only did they kind of come forward with information about being subject to a cyber attack, this guy said, nope, we're not paying any ransom. We're just going to flush and start over.
Yikes. That's the right way to do it.
It is the right way to do it, and it's commendable, but I mean, it's terrible that things have come down to this.
Yeah.
But the more companies do that, the less incentive the hackers have to carry out the attacks.
Did they mention what the ransom would be?
I don't believe there is an amount in the story,
Okay.
and I don't think they announced that.
Okay.
However, he just said, nope, flat out, we're not paying, and we're going to just do whatever it takes to restart, but we're not going to try to get that data back if it's been lost.
Well, again, if you've got a good backup, it goes off-site and is encrypted and protected.
There you go.
If you put two-factor authentication, you probably wouldn't have gotten ransomed in the first place.
I mean, that's another factor too, which is why I kind of admire the guy coming forward and saying, "Here's what happened to us," you know. But this is how we're. Let's put it this way: it's a learning opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other issue too is the insurance companies that are insuring for cyber are getting their butts kicked.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't mind. If you actually didn't insure it, the bad guys wouldn't go after the companies because you wouldn't be paying the insurance. So these bad guys literally look for companies who are insured.
Yeah, they actually
target them.
sift the data in order to see if they have insurance, and then they'll decide whether to proceed or not.
So I know the insurance companies hate to hear that, but I'm reading stories about you guys taking a bath on it anyways. So, because crypto's a thing, although lately it's less of a thing, I don't mind that it's going down below 95K. I hope it goes to zero. If and when that happens, guess what? There's no ransoming anymore because nobody's going to be paid in ransom in crypto. You can't pay them in cash. You pay them in crypto thanks to the crypto system that's out there. And we seem to want crypto. I don't know why you want it, guys. It's literally a beanie baby. It literally is. And there's thousands of coins out there. I was reading stories about stable coins that are now, actually, I should bring it up. They're actually pump and dumping these things where the stable coins are now backing the crypto, and the people who produce the stable coins give the value. It's worth 20 cents.
What?
They just say it's what it's worth. So you and I, Dennis, could create our own Tab, Computer Talk with Tab stable coin and make it $1. And then we say we're going to hype up buying crypto with it, and it produces this it's a pump and dump scenario, which I don't know what to tell you guys. If that's happening, and the reason it's happening is because the real dollars, the retail people are not putting their money in anymore, and they have to trick them further to do it. So be careful with what you're dealing with when it comes to crypto because you're gonna lose. I think the smart money's leaving. You're gonna be left holding the penny stock. Jack in Hartford, what's going on?
Gentlemen, I'm wondering if my computer could have updated itself from Windows 10 to 11 without me interfering.
It might.
So I bought 5 years ago. I bought an okay laptop, Windows 10, with the i5, maybe 11th gen, and a 256 SSD.
Yep.
And I don't ever remember turning on automatic updates or anything, but 3 weeks ago I girded my loins and decided I would change from 10 to 11. I had checked that 3-letter or whatever it is thing that you might have to click in the BIOS to make it happen.
TPM module.
Yeah. That's it. Those are the 3 letters.
Yeah.
And it seemed okay, so I was about ready to go through the whole process. And I went to my computer. I queued in my computer, and it said I was now using Windows 11 Home.
Nice. It did it before. It did it even without you asking.
That's correct. So is that a real thing? Can that happen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
in a word, yes, it can happen.
Most people would call that malware. But
with any, remember I talked about the different editions of Windows?
Yes,
with
indeed.
any of
Yes,
them,
yes.
there is a break point where it will realize that it is way out of date, and it will go ahead and just try to update to whatever it can get.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is malware.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't ask it to happen, but it did it on its own, and most companies and people would call that malicious. But that's not Microsoft. They're helping you out, Jack.
Well, then I appreciate it, and I listen very regularly. I go back. I was one of the first 100 GoNetSpeed clients in Connecticut.
Good job.
And now I have to say a good thing about I moved from an old house near the Yukon Law School to a 12-story condo tower, kind of right around the corner near St. Francis, and it's called a bulk Comcast building. They did all the wiring. They offer it in our HOA as a benefit. You get Wi-Fi and you get a small cable package. And they've been really good, and they're converting it to fiber.
All right. Nice.
And the price is going down.
Yes,
I mean,
because there's competition.
500 Mbps. Exactly. And I appreciated GoNetSpeed. It was bulletproof.
Nice.
But this has also been. But they have 240 customers in one 12-story building.
That's the way to do it, Jack. We're hitting a hard break here, but I'm glad that worked out.
You do your hard break, but now I'm happy. I'm equally ignorant in iOS because they have.
Got heat? No? Say, come on into Campbell. If it's cold outside and inside, contact Campbell. Campbell Heating and Cooling does business the American way with their own technicians, so you know that you can trust who's coming into your home 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From simple service to a complete system replacement, count on Campbell, veteran-owned and operated. Campbell Heating and Cooling. Visit CampbellCooling.com.
Campbell Cooling uses all major name brands, including American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Mitsubishi Heating and Cooling Equipment.
Need space in a hurry? Order your storage container at eagleleasing.com or call 1-800-GET-EAGLE and we'll have it delivered on site like that. I'm Mike Eagle, and just remember, don't get stressed, get Eagle. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Need a space shot? Rent one of our clean, dry, ground-level storage containers from Eagle Leasing today. Call 1-800-GET-EAGLE or check us out and get a quote at eagleleasing.com. I'm Brandon Eagle, and you see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou, a term provider, 800-555-2085. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou, He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-555-2085. That's 800-555-2085. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-555-2085.
WTIC is celebrating 100 years on the air and 100 years of serving Connecticut. This is WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford, an Odyssey station.
Up to 39 degrees, mostly sunny skies in Hartford at 10 o'clock. Good morning, I'm Bob Brown, WTIC 1080 News. Sunny for most of today, followed by clouds later on, and rain tonight. The forecast coming up. A single winning Mega Million ticket for last night's $980 million jackpot was sold in the Peach State.
The single winning Mega Million ticket for last night's $980 million jackpot was sold in the Peach State. The Quick Pick ticket was sold at a Publix grocery store in Noonan, Georgia. That's about 40 miles southwest of Atlanta. Mega Millions says it is the largest lottery win in Georgia history. It's also the biggest prize since Mega Millions increased the price of a ticket in April from $2 to $5.
That's Dana Jacobson reporting. Some relief is coming to air travelers. The Federal Aviation Administration rolling back flight reductions from the mandated 6% to 3% at the busiest airports across the country.
This weekend, the FAA began rolling back mandated cuts to flights throughout the country.
Just hoping it's how it was before it shut down and, nice and smooth.
Easing travel headaches as millions of Americans prepare for the Thanksgiving holiday. Federal workers, including air traffic controllers and TSA agents, will now receive paychecks as the government reopens.
That's Willie James Inman reporting. Meantime, some air traffic controllers who showed up every day during the shutdown, even though not being paid, will be eligible now for bonus pay. Adam Stahl is Chief of Staff for the Transportation Security Agency.
The Secretary began issuing out $10,000 checks for folks specific to Houston, but that's going to be rolled out to the broader nation. They have demonstrated exemplary work. They have showed up day in, day out.
President Trump calling on the Justice Department to investigate Democrats who also had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. DOJ under Pam Bondi appears ready to do that, starting with former President Bill Clinton. The House is set to vote next week on releasing the reports. A powerful storm with possible record-breaking rain and dangerous mudslides clobbering Southern California. Ahead of the heaviest rain, which is expected today, crews installing rails to try to divert debris flows from vulnerable hillsides, including burn scars from the devastating fires earlier this year.
Heavy rain is falling on communities that just months ago were fighting wildfires. Bart Young lost his home in the Palisades fire.
The rain will seep under the ground and it can create landslides.
Now he's covering what's left of his property, hoping the burned hillside above him doesn't give out again. It's also why several neighborhoods near burn scars are under evacuation warnings.
Andres Gutierrez reporting. Well, six-figure salaries aren't what they used to be.
1/3 of six-figure earners in a new Harris poll say they are financially distressed. 2/3 say their six-figure pay is not a sign of wealth. Many of them say they're living paycheck to paycheck. Some have sold personal items, cut back on medical care, and even skipped meals to make ends meet. More than half of them say they would have to double their income to feel financially secure. A $100,000 salary these days puts you firmly in the middle class. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
WTIC weather.
For today, we'll see sunshine fade behind increasing clouds, a high of 46. A mostly cloudy, breezy night tonight then as rain develops, but it tapers off late at night. Temperatures will rise in the wake of a warm front. Will drop to 38 in the evening and then rise into the 40s overnight. Tomorrow, then, mostly cloudy, very windy. We'll have gusts past 40 miles an hour that can blow around unsecured objects. High 53, a cold front moves through and temperatures may begin to fall late in the day. Tomorrow night, clearing out, breezy, low 33. And Monday, windy and cooler as we start a new work and school week. Partly sunny, high 42, but it'll feel like it's closer to 30. Looking beyond that, Tuesday we stay on the chilly side in the mid-40s, going to the upper 40s Wednesday and stay in the mid-40s on Thursday with dry weather expected for the balance of the middle of the new week. This is meteorologist Bill Degger in the WTIC Weather Center.
You know the holidays are right around the corner. They're getting the lobster trap tree ready in Stonington for a ceremonial tree lighting. The tree is made up of over 400 buoys and lobster traps. It's the 5th year they've been putting up the lobster trap tree. Tree will be lit up at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday, November 22nd, from 4:30 to 9 p.m. until January 3rd. Celtics host the Clippers. Nets host the Wizards today. NHL action later today. Bruins and Canadians, Devils and Capitals, the Rangers taking on Columbus. UConn men's basketball hosting BYU. Lady Huskies hosting Ohio State tomorrow. Computer Talk with Tab continues next. 39 degrees, sunny in Hartford. I'm Bob Brown, WTIC 1080 News.
At Columbia Dental, we love to make kids smile. Our expert pediatric dentists specialize in children's dental care, making every visit fun and comfortable. Open 7 days a week. Call 860-645-0111 or visit columbiadental.com.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Hey y'all, it's the Rocket Roger Clemens here. Spent a lot of time pitching heat. Years later, the pain in my joints remind me of those days, but I'm not looking to sit still, and I definitely am not interested in going under the knife. That's why I chose QC Kinetics.
Not just for elite retired athletes. QC Kinetics gives everyday folks joint pain relief using regenerative treatments that work with your body to help repair joint damage.
No surgery, no long recovery, whether it's your knees, hips, shoulders, or back. My friends at QC Kinetics will help you get moving again so you can get back to doing the things you love.
QC Kinetics medical professionals will look at your x-rays or MRI to determine if you're a good candidate.
I trusted QC Kinetics to help me feel like myself again, and I'm proud to recommend them to you.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 860-440-PAIN. That's 860-440-PAIN. 860-440-PAIN.
We were using a managed service provider, MSP.
That's Pete Sweeney, Director of Operations at United Tool and Die Company in West Hartford. His computer services MSP became so costly, there was nothing left for needed system upgrades. Pete took action. He called Tab Computer Systems.
When we looked at Tab and found out that they were an ASP, an actual service provider, and what they included in their monthly cost per user, the services that they offered were right where we needed it to be.
Now Pete gets the services system needs, and he can make those needed upgrades.
They provide us with email and web defense, endpoint protection, server and workstation monitoring and backup checks. Everything that we were getting with our other provider, but at a much lower cost.
Call Tab, an ASP, actual service provider. No inflated long-term contracts. 1-888-TAB-4-HELP. 1-888-TAB-4-HELP. Or visit tabinc.com. Technologies advancing business. Tab Computer Systems.
This is WTIC's Computer Talk with Tab, hosted by Eric Semmel and Dennis Halnon of Tab Computer Systems. Interact with Eric and Dennis by phone at 860-522-9842 or email them in the studio at gethelp@tabinc.com. Get help anytime at computertalkwithtab.com. Now, here are Eric and Dennis on WTIC News Talk 1080.
And good morning. This is Computer Talk with Tab. I am Eric.
And I'm Dennis.
And on the line with us, we're lucky enough to have Margarita Bassi. Good morning, Margarita.
Hi, Eric and Dennis. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, our pleasure. Margarita is a regular contributor to the Smithsonian Magazine, Gizmodo, and Popular Science. And
wow.
I was looking at articles to talk about during our program, and this article you had up there about AI videos of animals could be dangerous piqued my interest. And I was like, I wonder if Margarita could talk about it a little bit with us. So what is this all about, Margarita?
Yeah, of course. So basically in my article, I report on a study published in the Journal of Conservation Biology in September by researchers in Spain. And basically, the team found problems with AI-generated photos and videos of wild animals on social media. So, long story short, this sort of content can distort our understanding of wildlife and create problems for conservation efforts. And I'm sure we've all seen the videos that the study is talking about. We're all guilty, of scrolling through TikTok or Instagram, and you see a video of, animals doing very shocking things, and you're so excited about it, and you want to send it to a friend, but then you're like, wait a second, is this even real? So those are the videos we're talking about here.
Yeah, the one you referenced, I've seen before, that leopard leaping back from the kitty cat. Saving the toddler. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think it was real, not real. I didn't actually make a judgment, which is, I think, kind of what this article is talking about, is our brains are being kind of fooled into starting to maybe be desensitized or dealing with misinformation when it comes to how animals really act because of all these fake videos. All these bunnies on a trampoline. You're not going to get 6 bunnies on a trampoline.
Yeah, of course. So really the problem here has to do with conservation and our connection with nature. So on the conservation front, I interviewed one of the co-authors. His name is Jose Guerrero Casado. And basically the example he gave is of, I don't know if you guys have seen this type of video, but videos of, for example, like bird parents killing snakes that look like they're about to eat, like they're bird babies. And so the snakes are portrayed as evil in these videos, even though, they're just doing their snake thing. They're predators, like they gotta eat. But this portrayal of them as like the evil villain in these short videos could decrease public support for snake conservation.
Yes, I would agree with that. I have no support for snake conservation, even without the videos.
Well, if you see a lot of these videos and maybe it's a snake species that you're not familiar with, then I don't know, it could give you a false impression of these animals.
Yep.
And another issue is also that these videos could give false impressions about just the abundance of vulnerable species. Like if we're seeing these rare animals in videos all the time, we might think there's more of them than there actually are. And so again, that could decrease public support for conservation of animals that are actually very vulnerable. But if we're seeing them in videos all the time, we think they might actually just be everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, like polar bears drinking Coke. I was like, wow, there's so many polar bears out there drinking Coca-Cola.
Exactly. And another problem is that if, not only do we think maybe there's more polar bears than there are, but some kids might think that they can just like walk outside and like pet a polar bear, like they'll be their best friend, because these videos sometimes anthropomorphize animals, which means it gives them like human qualities and makes them friendly. And so it's really distorting people's understanding of nature, but it's particularly alarming for children who might develop false expectations after seeing these videos about not only the kind of wildlife in their area, but also how this wildlife interacts with them. And when I was writing about this, I was thinking about all of the animated movies and shows there are, from Disney, Pixar, that also anthropomorphizes these animals. But Casado, the co-author that I interviewed, he points out that there's a big difference here. Like, these animated shows are not harmful in the way that these AI videos are for children and their understanding of nature, because these videos are just so realistic, and there's so many of them now on social media.
You're right. I mean, so this could be a thing. I would contend it could be a thing. That's why I brought it up. We are very gullible species, and to look at these videos, they do look very real, and they're very easy to make using the artificial intelligence that's out there. I was messing around with Gemini this past weekend, just editing photos on my smartphone. I mean, I was sitting I put myself in a patio, then I added a whole bunch of dogs and a fire pit that didn't exist. I made it snow, and you can do it super fast. And for a ding-dong like me doing it, who has no artistic eye, imagine somebody who knows what they're doing with technology. They really can create videos that fool us.
Yes, exactly. And part of the problem is that people, especially young people, are increasingly using social media also as a source of information, and not just entertainment, and a good sense of distance between what they're seeing and their understanding of the world.
So I guess I got a question for you. So how, truth in advertising, right? So is it an art to actually have the artificial intelligence produce these videos of interactions that are not real? Is there do we need some sort of requirement to understand what's real and what's not? Do we need to actually filter? Do we need a filter? Like, we have web filters where people can't go to inappropriate websites because we've protected them using a web filtration system. You can't go to malicious sites. You can't go to these sites. Do we need to add filtration to AI-generated false or fake sites, even though they might be entertaining too. People may want to
Yeah.
see these things, but to not
Mhm.
know the difference, asking the rest of us to figure this out. I was fooled by the kitty and the bobcat. I didn't think about it enough, but it is. I have seen that video. I'm like, wow, that's a tough little cat, is what I thought.
Yeah, of course.
What is this?
Well-
What does the author of the study think should be the solution, other than complaining about it?
So, yeah, I mean, so the solutions they proposed are increased media literacy and environmental education in schools. So as far as increased media literacy goes, like teaching students how to consume information responsibly and, having a good sense of critical doubt instilled in them and understanding that if you see one thing from one source, maybe it's a good idea to check it from another source. So that's what we mean by increased media literacy, and also just environmental education in schools. So knowing that, depending on where you live, these researchers are in Spain. There aren't any lions in Spain. So, children in Spain should be aware of the fact that there aren't any lions outside of their school and have that sort of environmental education so that even if they do see these videos with these cute, cuddly lions, they don't think they're going to get to pet them when they go home. And then I think part of media literacy now, and this is just like my personal take, should also include education on how to approach AI videos, like how to identify them. Like, what are the questions you can ask when you're watching a video to understand, is this real or is this not real? Because, some videos are just like so obviously AI generated, like animals, people are doing crazy things, or like they're like literally physically impossible.
Right.
But it's getting more and more realistic, like you were mentioning earlier. And so there are some things that we can look out for. As part of the article that I wrote for Popular Science, I also interviewed a computer engineer from the University of Buffalo. His name is Suwei Liu, to ask, what is some advice that you have for us? And so besides the obvious, people doing physically impossible or totally unrealistic things, he pointed out some subtler red flags, and things I wouldn't have thought of. So animals moving way too smoothly, shadows and reflections that don't align with objects, and then also apparently oddities in details like fur or feathers. These generative AIs are still struggling with that.
Well, right, and that's all good advice as far as trying to figure out if it's fake or not. So the reason if you think about, I was just watching Netflix, right? Watching a thing on Netflix, and they'll give you all the warnings: MA, smoking, smoking, right? Nudity, whatever it might be, right? So, is it at some point incumbent upon the platforms to at least inform us? I mean, having you have to figure out if that fur looks real or not is, again, more that brain power that you're just tired. You're not going to be sitting there trying to figure out whether or not it's real. I would contend that there should be some level of responsibility in the platform to say, this is not real.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think the researchers address this directly, like the specific topic in the study, but I personally would agree that social media should probably not like filter them out, but have some sort of tag that says, hey, watch out, this is AI-generated content. So I agree with that.
Well, or at least let the user filter it if they want to, right? I mean,
yeah.
The bobcat and the kitty, I could have done without. I could have taken the 10 seconds and not had it. And if I filter that out, knowing that I'm going to only look at real things on the interwebs, the internet already is full of garbage. Now I have to spend even more brain power to figure out whether or not it's artificial garbage. I would hope the platform would be at least nice enough to say, choose your garbage today.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. That would be a useful tool.
It would be. But, well, thank you, Marguerite. We appreciate you coming on and chatting about this article. It was interesting, and I hope you'll stay in touch. If you have any other articles or tech content you work on, no matter what magazine you're working on, we'd love to chat with you about it and have you chime in and let our listeners know about it.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me, Eric and Dennis.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marguerite.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So, yeah, we'll put the link up there to her article for you to take a look at over at Computer Talk with Tab. And we're going to step out for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Life's unpredictable and full of unknowns, but your vehicle shouldn't be. No one wants to face an unexpected repair that could derail their plans and budget. That's why we're introducing CarShield, the ultimate way to future-proof your ride. We're not just about fixing problems, we're about preventing financial surprises. You can get a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan designed to save you from out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Imagine driving with complete peace of mind, knowing that if something goes wrong, you'll pay almost nothing for covered repairs. Included in every plan is free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. This protection plan is at an all-time low, making it accessible to any driver. Don't wait for a breakdown to realize you need coverage. Invest in the future of your vehicle and your wallet today. Call CarShield now for your free quick quote. Call 800-908-8646. That's 800-908-8646. Future-proof your ride. Call CarShield now. 800-908-8646. 800-908-8646. Again, 800-908-8646.
Runners who can't be in the Manchester Road Race on Thanksgiving will be able to virtually participate in America's best Turkey Day run. They can download a mobile app that will enable them to run the race course distance of 4.737 miles at any location in the world. Times will be recorded electronically and count as an official Manchester Road Race finish. It's the next best thing to being there. Find out more about the virtual Manchester Road Race and register now at manchesterroadrace.com. The Manchester Road Race is a great local tradition, and WTIC News Talk 1080 is proud to be a partner. WTIC has been Connecticut's radio station for over 100 years, with local talk shows talking about the things affecting our state and nation. Mornings with Brian and Company, 5:30 till 9, and Reese on the radio, 2 till 6. Plus local news, weather, traffic, and sports, all on WTIC News Talk 1080, because local radio is just better.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
From the Carter Mario Injury Lawyer Studios, visit getcarter.com.
That's getcarter.com. This is Computer Talk.
And we are back. We're here till 11 o'clock. 4 lines wide open for you. Feel free to get online. And if you want to talk about AI work slop or AI videos that have faked you out, I've got one for you before we take your call. Feel free to get online. 860-522-9842 is the number. This was a story that came out at the end of October, and I never had a chance to talk about it, and it kind of fits with what we just talked about with Margarita. This is a PC Mag story. Did you fall for this deep fake of a live stream of NVIDIA's CEO? Basically, Jensen Huang was giving a keynote about his technology, and basically there's a live stream happening of a deep fake of him also going on, which was pushing a dangerous crypto scam.
Oh.
So people knew he was going to be talking. The bad guy said, we're going to make it look like he's talking about crypto. And, of course, you ding-dongs love crypto so much.
That people latched onto it.
95,000 views versus 12,000 watching the real video.
Oh.
So this goes again to show you, A, you're willing to be tricked because crypto, as far as I'm concerned, is a scam to begin with. Then, of course, you had somebody out there take your gullibility in that, create a deep fake of this guy talking about crypto, and 95,000 of you are out there saying, oh, yeah, the CEO of NVIDIA thinks it's a great idea. And you're jumping on it. So what can I tell you? YouTube launched a new likeness detection tool, and that is out there too, where you can actually figure out whether or not you're being scammed with that, kind of in the same arena that we talked about with Margarita, as far as maybe these platforms need to tell us if it's fake or not. And if they have a detection tool, wouldn't it be nice, if like in Netflix, they get smoking and nudity and they say it's a deep fake? Wouldn't it be nice, Dennis? Come on.
It would be.
And of course, there's so much technology out there to create these that we're gonna have to really get this in front of folks quickly before we all fall for these scams. We'll put the link to the article. You can read it yourself. But 95,000 versus 12. 95,000 watching the scam.
Yeah, that's like several times.
You can't make it up. We're going to go to Zig in Wilmington, North Carolina. Wants to talk about AI slop. What do you got there, Zig?
Hey, my wife got into a minor fender bender out in the parking lot, and the insurance carrier, a national company and all, big company, they didn't have an adjuster look at it. They just said send in some pictures, which we did, of the damage on her car, and then they asked for one more picture from a different angle, and we sent that in. And then they came back with a estimate.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom of the estimate said it was AI generated.
Gotcha. So no human adjuster looked at the damage.
Right. So, but the bottom line was they came back with a estimate, $949 or $989 or something of that nature, $900.
Yeah.
And we went to our local collision place here that's authorized, the only one authorized for like Mercedes and all, and we've done excellent work.
Yeah.
And it was only $300.
Oh.
So the AI was going to give you $600 more than you needed.
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, they saved so much in not having the human do it.
So I just found that interesting. I don't know if that's
No, that's it.
What category that goes into, but I thought I'd just share that with you.
Yeah.
That's an example of the AI backfiring on them because theoretically it ended up costing them more.
Right.
Or it could have.
Yeah.
But
well, did you accept the 900? You did, didn't you?
Well, as it turns out, I got a $1,000 deductible, so
so it doesn't matter.
It's a non-issue for me, but
well, then it didn't really cost them anything.
No, so
it could have cranked out any number for that estimate up to $1,000, and it wouldn't have made any difference.
So Zig, my cynical self is saying, you know what? We're going to go ahead and tell the AI to make sure that the estimates are up as high as the deductibles to make people think that they're willing to, here's what it's going to cost. You know what I mean? And then you're going to go in and get a better result from your body shop, and everyone's happy, right? You walked away happy with a smile on your face, Zig, right? Only cost you $300, and they thought it was going to cost $1,000.
That's a good point, and I didn't think of that, but I appreciate that takeaway on that issue. You're probably 99% correct.
Maybe.
99% correct.
Maybe. It could be that, or to Dennis's point, the AI is so bad that they're going to lose all sorts of money paying out larger adjustments than they should. But interesting, Zig. That is a real-life usage of AI that would replace humans, and they think the AI is going to be better. So,
well, I mean, there's a lot of AI that's failed businesses. I just happened to bump through the internet and I found two different articles about AI projects that failed, and the company has had to go back on them. Both involve fast food ordering. One was Taco Bell, the other one is McDonald's, and both companies are basically going back to the drawing board with their AI ordering methods that they were experimenting with, and then they found are deficient.
So they're not asking if you want fries with that?
I don't know. It's just not working the way they wanted it to.
Well, Zig, we appreciate you chiming in from North Carolina.
Okay, thanks. Have a good day, guys.
You too, sir. But yeah, I mean, that's interesting. If I'm the insurance company and I know Zig's got a $1,000 deductible, I guess I'll just tell him it's under $1,000, just under $1,000. Why not? What's the harm?
Right.
I can almost pick any number I want.
Well, yeah, that's what I was getting at. Any number under 1,000.
Ugh, I don't know, Dennis. We're gonna step out for a quick break. Get to your calls. 4 lines wide open. We're here till 11. I guess we could be bots too someday. We'll be right back.
If If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
And now, a WTIC news update.
40 degrees, mostly sunny skies in Hartford at 10:30. Good morning, I'm Bob Brown, WTIC 1080 News. FAA and the Department of Transportation reducing the number of flights beginning today for airlines will need to cut from 6% down to 3%. Those reductions were put into effect because of the strain on the system by the government shutdown. Trump administration removing some of the president's signature tariffs over concerns about affordability for Americans. Tariffs are being eased on fruit, beef, and coffee. A man who allegedly ransacked the office of acting U.S. Attorney for New Jersey, Alina Habba, is in custody. Police say the man was carrying a baseball bat when he was denied entry into the building Wednesday. Later that night, he returned without the bat and was allowed in. He was told, though, he could not meet with Habba. He yelled and smashed things in the waiting room before leaving. Habba was not hurt. College football coach John Bean shaping football players for life on and off the field for more than 40 years. The celebrated coach died Friday, a day after he was shot on the campus of Laney College in Oakland, California. Washington State man may have the first known human case of a different strain of bird flu. The man tested positive for H5N5. Until now, most human cases of bird flu in the U.S. have been the H5N1.
WTIC weather.
For today, we'll see sunshine fading behind increasing clouds, a high of 46. Tonight, cloudy and breezy, with some rain moving in. It tapers off late at night, though. Low 38, but temperatures will rise through the 40s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, very windy. High 53, temperatures may drop a bit late in the day. Tomorrow night, clear down to 33, windy and cooler for Monday then, partly sunny, a high of 42. This is meteorologist Bill Degger in the WTIC Weather Center.
Computer Talk with Tab continues next. 40 degrees, sunny skies. I'm Bob Brown.
Hi, I'm Jerry Puya from Between Rounds Bakery Sandwich Cafe. As a kid, French toast always made me feel it was a special occasion or holiday. The smell made my taste buds wake up. Well, what if I said you can experience that feeling every morning with a French toast bagel? Put one in the toaster, take in the aroma, and prepare to savor the flavor. Add some of our apple caramel cream cheese, and your family and friends will want to know why you're smiling so much. French toast bagels. That's right, French toast bagels at Between Rounds for a limited time. Between Rounds Bakery Sandwich Cafe in Vernon, Manchester, South Windsor, Tolland, and East Windsor. We'd love to see you. Visit BetweenRoundsBagels.com for franchise information and to order online.
A savory, flavory, bagel deli and bakery. Between rounds, between rounds, between rounds.
Find what you love what you find. A total wine and more. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Walk right through the door. It's all here to explore. With guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Attention all dog owners. If you have ever listened to the radio or TV for any length of time, you've probably heard of America's #1 dog supplement, Rough Greens. Greetings, naturopathy Dr. Dennis Black, Amazon best-selling author and founder of Rough Greens here. And if your dog suffers from bad breath, itchy skin, licking paws, joint pain, or low energy, the truth is their food is probably to blame. You see, all commercial dog food is dead food. That's why I created Rough Greens. One daily scoop gives your pup the live vitamins, omega oils, probiotics, and enzymes that will bring their food back to life. Don't believe me? Let your dog try it before you buy it. I'll send you a free Jumpstart trial bag, risk-free. You just cover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. That's ruffgreens.com. Use discount code NEWS. Don't wait. Give your dog the gift of vibrant health. Order now. It'll be at your house in a few days. Go to roughgreens.com. That's ruffgreens.com. Discount code NEWS for your free Jumpstart trial bag today. Rough Green. We make any dog food better.
And we are back. This is Computer Talk with Tab. We are here until 11, and that's No BS Brass. It's an awesome little band out of Virginia, second line band. Check them out. I tried to bring them here for the third Brass Blast. That didn't happen. They would have been fun. I got a quick news article for you I want to bring up. A rideshare giant moves 200 Macs out of the cloud. Macs, and saves $2.4 million. So basically, it's a Singapore version of like Grubhub or those folks that pick up food for you.
Okay.
And they were paying for these cloudy Macs, 200 of them, and finding that they're not getting the performance they wanted. And they started to see the high cost of renting stuff in the cloud. Anytime you rent it, it's more expensive than owning. I don't know if that is it's a simple economic truth. And they did the math and said, you know what? We're done renting them in the cloud. We're going to bring them on-prem. Yes, on-prem.
Wow, very nice.
Curious, Dennis, on-prem.
Their own iron.
They brought it on-prem, and actually they put it in another data center, but it's still their systems in their data center. So they're not renting cloudy Macs in a tenement in the sky, which is what most other cloud scenarios are, where you're renting CPU, you're renting, compute power. In this case, it's all their power.
Right. It's their own private cloud.
Exactly. And it improved their performance between 20 and 40% and helped them to achieve a projected $2.4 million in savings over 3 years. So basically, it's just proving again that taking ownership of the core infrastructure can be a major competitive advantage, allowing them to deliver faster, more reliability to our customers across the region. So I'm not saying it, they are. I'll put the link to the story and you can read it yourself. And we do talk about it with our clients a lot. Should I put it in the cloud or should I keep it on-prem? A lot of their software is forcing them to rent it in the cloud.
True.
But when it's on your server in your four walls, that server is only working for you.
Right.
When it's in somebody else's cloud and that cloud goes down or gets hacked or gets impacted or ransomed, like CDK, thousands of auto dealerships, 15,000 of them couldn't sell a car.
Right. That's a lot of money to lose.
That's a lot of money, a lot of sales. Had they had the servers in their own dealerships, they wouldn't even have noticed. But it is what it is. Let's go to Tim in Farmington and see what he's got cooking. What's going on, Tim?
Hey, guys. I got a question about a computer that I built in around 2018 or so.
All right.
Okay.
When I built it, the motherboard that I put into it only had, I wasn't thinking at the time, only has one USB-C port in the back. Doesn't have any other friendly ports on the case or anything. I just want to ask you, if I give you some specs of the motherboard, I want to know if I can upgrade the motherboard and retain some of the other hardware drives and stuff that are in it without doing a total rebuild.
Well, before you give us the specs, is it a regular case or is it some sort of micro case?
No, it's a regular tower.
Regular tower. So basically the motherboard has slots.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you don't need to go crazy here. If you want to add more ports, you can just buy them.
You can buy a USB controller card and stick it in there.
Now you've got ports up the wazoo.
Yeah. Yeah, they exist.
Yeah. So basically,
Oh, so it's a card that just gives me more slots out the rear of the tower.
Correct.
Yep. You get more ports.
All right.
It was rare.
And it would have the same speed that I would get from a normal USB-C connection.
It should be the same.
Yeah.
Whatever
you buy.
Yeah,
Wow.
the USB standard is what it is, and when it comes to transmission speed, all of that is built into the protocols. So
Right.
there shouldn't. Well, I'm not going to say there isn't going to be any difference. Okay,
Yeah.
you can have a really good card that's really nice, or you can have one that's not quite so good. But
Yep.
there's a standard that it all has to meet,
Yeah.
and it should all be the same.
You can go to StarTech. StarTech.com probably has these cards really readily available. CDW.
Yeah.
StarTech
CDW,
or
Amazon.
Yeah. And you just pop
All
it
right,
open, you
all right.
pop it in, the motherboard would be like, hey, I got some new ports here. The operating system will be like, hey, this is neat. I got some new ports to use.
Yeah, it's a lot easier than I anticipated.
Oh, there you go.
When I threw it together, it's a Gigabyte Z370 HD3P motherboard. I got a couple of solid-state drives in it and graphics card. So there's some other avenues to plug stuff into the motherboard, but I don't know. I'm a plumber. What do I know?
Oh, you know a lot, I'll tell you.
Yeah, if you built your own computer, you're ahead of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I started it back in the 90s. My brother would give me his hand-me-downs computers, and I just started, messing around with them, taking them apart, and throwing new parts at computers and reloading operating systems, and that's how it starts. You got to just get your hands in it. And
that's how Dennis and I started.
At the same time, I don't have the knowledge you guys have.
Yes,
absolutely. Very early 90s, I bought and built my own machine at home.
I as well.
Yeah.
So I've learned enough to get me in trouble, but not quite enough to get me out of trouble so fast.
I'll be putting a fan in my computer this afternoon. It's overheating, and I'm getting sick and tired of it overheating.
You can't overheat.
Yeah, it's in a desk, so it's overheating. Yeah.
Another question is how often should you replace like thermal pastes on like heat sinks or processors and stuff like that?
You shouldn't have to.
I wouldn't even be touching that stuff.
Yeah, shouldn't have
Right.
to.
No. Anything like that you ever handle after installation is delicate.
Yeah, but I'm getting a CPU thermal shutdown, so it could be that I need to do that, but I'm going to start with the big case fan first.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't have to touch it, Tim. But if you do, it just means that the paste didn't properly cover or what have you to give the CPU enough ability to dissipate the heat through the heat sink.
No, I don't have any thermal issues. It's just that I tore down a computer previously, and I noticed that all the paste was dried up, and I thought, maybe I should have done something earlier.
Well, you would need the new paste to put it back together. Did you put it back together without it?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I have paste. I've got a whole box of parts and stuff.
All right. So you only need it if you're building the machine.
All right. You're the best.
Well, thank you, Tim. And if we have plumbing questions, we know who to call.
Awesome. Yeah, give me a call.
All right, Tim.
Thanks.
You got it. Bye-bye. Man, I should have brought this up, but Tim, there was a leak under my sink in the kitchen that we swore was a leak.
Okay, and?
I did everything. I put all sorts of, towels, paper towels to try to find where the leak was happening. I couldn't find where we'd find this wet spot under where the sink was right there in the bottom of the sink in the wood.
Yeah.
It's all wet.
Right.
So I DIY'd it. I talked to all of my buddies. What do I do? What do I try? They gave me all these intricate things to try to figure out where this maybe micro leak was. And then I broke down and called the plumber.
Okay.
He agreed too. I must have a leak. So what does he do? Well, he starts cutting a hole in the bottom of my cabinet because it must be coming from the bottom up, even though there's no leak in the basement.
Okay.
So he figured it must be spraying up. Maybe there's a pinhole going up against the bottom. Makes perfect sense. So he's hacking at my cabinet. Hacking at the bottom of my cabinet. Well, it turns out it was just condensation from my air conditioner, which was right below. The vent was right there. So the cold air that was coming out from the air conditioner was producing condensation because it must not have been insulated correctly. So now I have a nice hole in the cabinet. So,
that you didn't need.
No, so even the experts can't find a leak either. And then he wrote me a bill for cutting a hole in the bottom of my cabinet. I don't know. And he did it honestly. He didn't. I told him, is it okay if I cut a hole in your cabinet? Well, yeah, I can't find a leak either. So let's go. Let's go, buddy.
Let's go.
So we're going to be here at 11 o'clock. Feel free to get online. If we can find a hole in your computer, we're happy to do it. 860-522-9842 is the number. Everything we talked about so far has been posted over at computertalkwithtab.com. It's the name of the show.com, which also works. We're broadcasting and simulcasting on YouTube's and Facebook. If you're part of the Computer Talk with Tab listener network, you can just ask to join. We're not going to sell you anything or market anything to you or nothing. It's just that we want to make sure you're not a crackpot. And you can join the group, and you can even ask questions of the other members of the group, and you'll get all the links that we talked about as well. And if you follow us at Tab Computer Sys on X, formerly known as Twitter, you'll get the links there as well. We'll be right back.
Ground level storage containers, road trailers, or mobile offices. Don't get stressed, get Eagle. Just call Eagle Leasing at 1-800-GET-EAGLE or get a quote at eagleleasing.com. I'm Brandon Eagle. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Facilities managers, it's time to think inside the box. Storage trailers and ground level storage containers from Eagle Leasing are the way to go. I'm Mike Eagle. Call 1-800-GET-EAGLE or visit us at eagleleasing.com. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Tune in to How to Retire with Fuchs Financial.
The main thing for the majority of the listeners out there who are approaching retirement is I don't want to be surprised.
Helping you build, preserve, and manage your wealth.
So you've got Roth IRAs, you have individual accounts. And finding the right taxable strategy, that's going to be huge for you.
Tune in to How to Retire with Ben Fuchs. Sundays at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. right here on WTIC NewsTalk 1080.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Connecticut business owners planning for 2026? If you're ready for a smarter way to reach your customers, it's time to put Odyssey in your marketing mix. Radio, streaming, podcasting, we do it all. Visit WTIC.com and click Advertise with Us to fill out a contact form today.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about good mayo, Duke's mayo. It'll make any dish sing. Get Duke's Mayo at Hannaford. It's got twang.
All right, we are back. And we are going to be here until 11 o'clock, helping you out with your computer problems, comments, questions, and concerns. Speaking of concerns, Dennis, we got some firewall
we have a
concerns.
lot of concerns.
Yeah, go for it.
And remember, firewalls or routers or access points, however you call them, those are the key cybersecurity item in your home or your business.
Mm-hmm.
They are literally the firewall to the world that's protecting you.
Yep.
So they've got to be good. And when they're not up to date, you get things like the Congressional Budget Office getting hacked.
Yep.
Because they had a Cisco firewall that wasn't kept up to date, and somebody got through. Another issue that is probably going to affect home users is if the federal government finally comes out with a ban on TP-Link routers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've talked about this a little bit. It's been kind of noised a few places,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems to be on target for a ban. The TP-Link company, they have divorced themselves, at least ostensibly, from their former Chinese owner.
Yeah.
And they now are, all of the TP-Link routers that you see in the stores are sold from a company that I think it's based in California. So they say, yeah, we're a domestic company.
Yeah.
We don't have any footprint in China. The Chinese aren't going to get to us. But there are still questions.
Yes.
And a ban seems more likely than not to come down probably in the next few months. And one of the problems with TP-Link is that apparently they make a lot of the routers that are distributed by internet service providers. And what that means is that you as the homeowner may not be maintaining that router.
No.
It's up to the ISP to do it.
Right.
They would provision the firmware and all of that.
Yep.
And some of those guys are better than others at keeping those things up to date.
Especially if it's in your business.
Right. And you have to worry about, firmware updates, breaking something, because it happens, unfortunately. But still, the advice we always are going to give you is to keep that firmware up to date.
Keep it patched.
If it breaks something, then deal with it, but keep it up to date.
All right, we got 2 calls coming in here, so let's go to Dave in Bristol here. What's going on, Dave?
Hey, I got a question about a battery on a laptop. I got it's an older HP. It's probably like 2017, 2018. I got a replacement battery a year ago, and it's already not holding a charge.
Yep, that makes perfect sense, and I'm going to tell you why. Because that replacement battery is probably just about as old as the original. Because they'll make a whole wave of batteries for particular models, and then they move on to new models. So anything that fits is always going to be one of these older ones.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's probably 5 years old when I put it in.
Bingo.
Yep.
Okay, one little follow-up to that. Because of this, I've just been leaving the laptop plugged in. Is that an issue at all?
No, not for a computer of that age. If you were going back to like 2005, I would tell you something different. But ever since the current ACPI protocols were released, I think in 07. Yeah, 07. The computers do a better job of managing the power and not damaging the internal electronics.
Okay, all right. That's good to know. I'm going to be buying a new laptop because this is running on Windows 10, and I'm just, nothing really is working as it used to.
Yeah, if you can't get a good charge anyways, you may as
but
well
it
move
sounds
on.
like you got a good run. What is 8 years or so?
That's a good
Yeah, about 8 years right now.
That's not bad for a laptop.
E-cycle it, owes you nothing.
Okay. Thanks for your time. Love your show, guys.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for calling. We appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, those batteries, wouldn't it be nice if there was a standard battery? Wouldn't it be nice?
Well, I've always wondered why there isn't like a 9-volt battery that you just stick in there.
Even the electric cars use little standard batteries in big, assemblies. They're using the same batteries, though. They've realized they should standardize. How come laptops haven't yet? Let's go to Lori in Deep River. What's happening, Lori?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Quick question for you. Last week we finally went through, made the switch from the cable to back to fiber, the whole routine there.
Nice.
Got rid of the modem router there that we own, but it's unplugged. Everything's unplugged. Cable is cut from the house. Everything's gone.
Yep.
So why is it that we still have access to that network? I mean, I'm looking at my tablet right now, and it's saying I'm hooked up to the old network, even though I'm using a brand new.
What do you mean, network? Are you seeing an Infinity Wi-Fi?
No, Wi-Fi. We renamed the Xfinity network within the house. We gave it its own name, so it was our locked. Changed the password.
Yeah.
Nice thing to do. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
And even though the cable is gone, the modem that was there with that system is unplugged and in a box, we're still seeing that network. And
Oh, okay. In the bottom right-hand corner of your machine, it's showing the wrong network name.
yeah, it's showing the old network name. I mean, the new network is showing up.
Yes, so the
but I'm
SSID is
actively
showing up.
using- Yeah, I'm actively using the old one still. How?
It's a issue with Microsoft. I've seen it on even my own
Yeah.
personal
Apple.
machines. Apple, whatever.
It's the same problem.
It's the name.
Same problem.
Yeah, it's still holding that naming convention for whatever reason on the NIC itself.
Yes, it's cached.
Yeah.
It essentially when the computer connected to your network the first time,
Right.
it created a little bit of text, which is essentially a slug or a label that was attached to it by the operating system, and it's going to remain behind.
It's a pain in the butt to get rid of.
There are ways to change it, but I don't advocate doing it because you can wreck the networking on the computer if it's not done right. I mean, I've actually gone through the effort to do it on a computer, and I will never do it again. I'm just not.
Yeah.
It's not worth
a
it.
problem that it's there. It's working.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just it's not selecting the fiber.
Well,
Wi-Fi.
it is. It is because you've selected the SSID and you've connected to it. What's happening is the name for it is still being held by
There's
the
a
other one.
text label that remains behind in the operating system for that adapter, and it's going to be there.
I've tried to have the same issue at Tab, believe it or not, on my machine. I can't. And even our operations manager looked at it and says, I don't even understand why that's happening. So there's a label on mine that shows I'm connected to the guest network when I'm not. And
Yeah.
basically,
I mean,
it's
showing
annoying.
that well, not really. I mean, it's working, so okay, that's fine. But it's just I've got both of them showing
Yep.
as active and locked, but
It's just how
like,
it's
wait a minute,
been
how can
named.
you be connected when you're not even in existence anymore?
I agree. Yeah, it's a naming convention. We can see if we can find a link to this because it'll help me too if we can find a solution to it. But it is one of those nitpicky. I've tried to find where that change happens, even my own, like Dennis said, it's some sort of cached name somewhere deep into the network config. And I've spent a few minutes trying to find it, then I had something better to do, and I stopped. It's one of those things. But it is a little annoying, and I've assumed it was going to clear itself, but it does not. So I don't know what it is as far as where to find it, but I've dealt with it too. And Dennis is still shaking his head too. He's seen it for other folks too in the field, right, Dennis, across our network base.
Well, I've seen it. I've also seen it on my own computers.
Mhm.
Like I said, it's just something that I will never.
Yeah.
I'll never go after because I just don't want to deal with it.
Right.
I did find a support forum on Stack Exchange, a support forum question that somebody asked about it on Mac, and we can post that article if you
wanna try
feel
it.
like looking at it.
Yeah.
We'll look at it.
All right.
I'll
But
get the
it
computer
might
to
at
read
least
that.
it might at least explain it to you in a way that makes sense, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not worried about it because I know that it's a secure
Yeah.
Wi-Fi
Right.
connection. It's the one that we had. It's just why are you selecting that even though I selected the new one?
Right.
I turn the tablet off and it comes back and it's you're back to kitty cat number 1 as
We
opposed
know.
to kitty cat number 2.
We know.
Okay.
It's just a name. It's just a cache.
Okay.
All right,
just
Larry.
Ignore it. Let it be happy. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling. We want to thank all you guys for calling us on the program today. We want to thank Carolyn for producing Mike G for posting everything over at our Facebook and Twitter sites. And we want to thank Margarita Bassi from Popular Science for joining us and talking about artificial intelligence.
And remember, we want you to be geeks too.
See you next Saturday.
Brian Shackman here for QC Kinetics. You know, more and more people these days are taking control of their health, looking beyond traditional medicine. That's why QC Kinetics is doing so well. People with chronic joint pain are learning that there are other options besides steroids, meds, and surgery. You can get lasting relief using advanced cellular treatments. QC Kinetics, they use regenerative medicine, revitalizes your joints using growth factors from your own body. We're talking hips, knees, back, whatever. Whether it's illness or injury, they can give you long-term relief with no downtime. That's right, no drugs, no surgery. And by the way, this November, QC Kinetics honoring our veterans, offering $500 off a full treatment